You're looking at a daily chart of ELF, and welcome to my daily review. I'm just going to briefly go over some leading stocks today as they mostly pulled back, and just go over the difference between a pullback and a failure. Anyway, ELF just pulling back for the second straight day. I'm kind of glad it has, after 11 straight sessions of trading higher. It sold off on Monday on pretty heavy volume, then lighter volume today, and it closed above its 10 EMA, so 1% above its 10 EMA. So you need these pullbacks. They're healthy. It's like letting a little bit of air out of the balloon, a little pressure out of the pressure cooker. Just some profit taking. So there's nothing wrong with this stock. If it, you bought some puts there around when it traded up around 100, that was a good trade. But I wouldn't hang out short too long with this thing. It's got a lot of power, as we can see by all the big blue volume bars. That's not Aunt Sally buying that stock. Another stock that pulling back, it looks good, healthy, is Lululemon. It gapped up on earnings, formed this little shelf, started to pull away from its base here. But today, closed, 0.5% above its 10 EMA. Any stock above its 10 EMA is just fine. 1-day pullback, nothing to get excited about, just a, garden variety pullback. So don't freak out when your stock doesn't go up every day, because they're not going to. Another stock that I really like, we don't have it on our leading stock list, and I don't really know why. It should be. It is a leading stock. It's got, good enough growth here, and it's been a big winner for a long time. But this is Ulta Beauty. Closed, 0.5% above its 10 EMA. Just, a little slight pullback, taking some of the pressure off. Nothing to get alarmed about. Pullbacks are healthy. People are going to take profits and give others a chance to get in. So CROX is another leading stock that was up, just formed this base here, started to push away from the base and pulled back, and now closed near that standard buy point here, and just allowing the moving averages to catch up. It's 2.7% above the 10 and 7.6 above the 21, but it's trending nicely. They report earnings Thursday morning. So CROX looks good as well. Anyway, on to the drug stocks. Another, just going through these pullbacks here. This is NVO. They raised guidance. Novo Nordisk, that is. They raised guidance last week, I believe. It might have been the week before. Anyway, it's just been a beast of a stock, and closed, 1% above its 10 EMA. Nothing wrong here. I don't know. It's up after hours. I don't know. A lot of stocks are up after hours. I'm going to get to that later. TGTX. This one made a new high this morning and then pulled back. They presented some, real positive data, and this is definitely a buyout candidate. And there's probably going to be some shenanigans around this stock. People trying to knock it down with downgrades and stuff. And anyway, a lot of shenanigans. I expect this. They have the best in show multiple sclerosis drug, and it's the CEO, was proving it this morning at a conference, and it jumped right out of the gate and then pulled back with market weakness. But down 25 cents, big deal. 5.9% above its 10 EMA, so that could stand to pull back a little bit more. Viking Therapeutics. This one got an upgrade at Oppenheimer today. Didn't matter, and it was down 7%. Just pulled back right there to its 10 EMA at 1977. The low was 1981, so right there to the 10 EMA, and we'll see if it bounces there and gets support. That's enough for the drug stocks. I don't want to get into them too much today, but the medical stocks I will. Lantheus, another one that's just if you could see, if you look at the pattern here on this stock, it has these little wedges. It pulls back, 3 or 4, 5 out of 6 sessions, or 6 out of 8 sessions. It pulls back, and now it's starting to do it again here. 3 out of the last 5 sessions is pulled back. And that's just kind of its character. It's still above its 10 EMA, I believe. Yeah, 1% above its 10 EMA. So that is a real strong stock. Another one that I like is DXCM. I thought it pulled back today, but it didn't. It just kind of traded flat. How about that? Not bad. And it's just consolidating in this base here. They report Thursday. A lot of stocks reporting Thursday. That okay. Anyway, TMDX, Transmedics. This one traded below its 50, stayed down there for a week or so, 5 or 6 sessions, and blasted through. And now it just pulled back yesterday and today. So it's still 5.8% above its 10 EMA, allowing the moving averages to catch up. So we like stocks above the moving averages, especially the 10 and the 21, and those are stocks that are showing strength. Some stocks that see, this is the difference between a pullback and a fail. Palo Alto Networks, wow, really sliced its 50 here, 3.3% below its 50, and that has been selling off the last few sessions here since April 18th. So that has a lot of momentum to the downside. So be careful there. SMCI, same thing. This is kind of out of character, because you can't find, a time where it sold off 5 days in a row in heavy volume. It's never done this with this type of volume. And that is just starting to waterfall here. And it's 8% below its 10 EMA, 50 simple moving average, which is 140 today. So it's got a lot of work to do. I'm not saying it can't, trade below and then rally, but this is a little bit out of character. I'd be careful there with that one. PERI is another one. Looks like a fail here below the 50, could not rally back through it today. 3.6% below the 50. So this is not looking good, but in phase after hours just getting crushed, down 16%. But this is why, I have a rule of selling when they slice their 50 here. What was it? Yeah, 298, and now it's well, it was closed at 220. Tomorrow it's going to gap down to like 185 here to this level down here. So anyway, that's why I have the rule, because I can always buy them back. This time it traded below and then rallied back through, which is fine. This time it sold off below the 50 and just traded down. Look at how many days in a row that thing just sold off. Pretty tough for in phase. I'm sorry for the longs there if you're holding that. That's a rough deal. After hours. And anyway, if you want to look at after hours today, I think Microsoft, at 288, nearly 5%. After a strong earnings report, that's definitely going to buoy the markets tomorrow. It's one of the largest stocks, part of the Dow Jones, S&P, and the NASDAQ. Google, I think they announced a share buyback too here, and it's up. It was up 108, so nearly 4% with a strong earnings report. Visa, I was listening to the conference call before I did this video. Pretty strong report, pretty good, innovative ideas and prospects going forward for Visa. So that had a buy point there around 230. So it traded down to the buy point there, 229.59 at the close. So good for Visa, good for the longs there. And Chipotle, strong quarter and pricing power. They're raising prices. People are paying for the flying burrito, up 132 points or 7.5% after hours. So that should help tomorrow. Had a little bit of a sell-off today. That's going to happen. But anyway, leading stocks are holding up pretty well. You got to expect them to come in every now and again. Some stocks will be removed from our leading stock list as they've kind of failed the 50 and they failed the test, but we never give up. Thanks for watching.